What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Thanks for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to be comparing the Gen 4 to the Gen 5 and see if it's really worth it for the Gen 5. So stay tuned for that. Hey guys, welcome back. Like I said, today we'll be comparing all the features of a Gen 4 to all the new features on a Gen 5. So with that being said, let's get started. For right now, I'll put the Gen 4 to the side. And here we have, this is a Glock 17 Gen 5. And make sure it's unloaded. And there's nothing in the chamber. So, let's start right off the back to see what's in the box. So, here in the box we have obviously back straps. You have a medium and large with a beaver tail, and then a medium large without the beaver tail. So you have options there. And then it comes with 3 magazines and speed loader. And one of the differences, you could probably see already, is the orange followers. Now this is meant for when the magazine is in the weapon and it locks to the rear, and you can visually see that your magazine and weapon is empty, so it has that bright orange indicator to let you know that there's no more bullets in the magazine. So pretty nice feature. And speaking about magazines, on the Gen 5, this does have a flared magwell compared to the Gen 4. This is a Glock 19, but you know, same principle. But this one is also unloaded, and you can see the differences with the magwells. Not flared on the Gen 4, and then on the Gen 5 it's flared. And then also another difference is on the Gen 5 you have this cutout in the front, and what that is meant for, that's so if there's a magazine in and it's jammed for whatever reason, you can't really, it won't come out when you press the release button, is so you can put your thumb in the back, index finger in the front, and then rip that magazine out if it requires that amount of force. So not a bad feature, you know. If you have maybe fat fingers, it could get pinched in there maybe. I don't really see it happening, but you know, it's just something to think about. So that's pretty much it for in the box. You know, everything else is pretty much standard. You got your cleaning rod, and then over here you got a gun lock and cleaning brush. You know, so pretty standard for the box. Now this is the Gen 5 Glock 17. This one's on loan to me from a buddy that generously let me borrow it for the purpose of this review comparison. So what else is different? We talked about the magazine. That's one big difference. The magazine well with the cutout, and also on the grip you can see Gen 4 on the bottom, finger grooves. Gen 5, there's no finger grooves. So they did away with the finger grooves because people were taking them off on the Gen 4 anyway and then getting stipple work done. They weren't a fan of the finger grooves, but I think this feels very ergonomic, feels very good in the hand. Definitely no complaints. I kind of prefer the no finger grooves now, feeling this. It just feels really good. It fits well in the hand. Now another difference is on the Gen 4, this is pretty much like a squared off cut. There's a little bit of a bevel there. But on the Gen 5, you see much more rounded. It's not just like a straight cut. It kind of looks a little bit better, but some people are complaining that they didn't round off the frame where it meets the slide right here. So that's just nitpicking it. It's really not a big deal, but I can see where people are coming from. I think it would look kind of a little bit better if it was rounded off. And then sticking with the slide on the Gen 4, this is like, it's not, the slide isn't totally black, it's more of like a really, really dark gray. But on the Gen 5, the camera really doesn't do it justice, but this slide is like jet black. You know, it's very vividly black. Looks really good. I think I definitely prefer the blacker slide on the Gen 5 over the gray slide on the Gen 4. Just gives it an overall better look, in my opinion. Another difference on the Gen 4 for the slide stop, it's right hand only, and there's nothing on the other side. But on the Gen 5, it's ambidextrous, so you can either use it right-handed or flip it over and use it left-handed. So it works either way. Good new feature for left-handed people. They were left out with all the other generations of Glock, so Glock finally addressed that in the Gen 5. Another difference with the Gen 5 is the trigger. So once again, just make sure it's empty. So when you pull the trigger, it's nice and smooth. It's more crisp. It's not. Here's the reset. There it is. It's not as spongy as the trigger in the Gen 4 Glock. So for comparison, I think the trigger on the Gen 4 is much louder and has more of a like ting sound to it after you pull the trigger. And here's the reset. So I like the new trigger better. It just feels better. And another difference is if we take the slide off, and still has a captured recoil spring, which is good. And the other difference is the barrel. Glock is saying that this is a match grade barrel. There's really, I don't see much difference compared to the Gen 4, but I'll take Glock's word for it. You know, they're usually, you know, they're not trying to deceive anyone. But so that's another difference. Another less noticeable difference is on the Gen 4, you see that we have 2 pins for the trigger, and on the Gen 5 there's only 1. So a little bit different engineering in the Gen 5, I suppose. That won't really affect your shooting ability or anything, you know, so nothing too major. Gen 5 does still only have one-sided mag release, so it is reversible, but from the factory it comes stock on right-hand side. On this particular Glock 17 on the Gen 5, this has the upgraded night sights. These are Ameriglows, and you can see the green rears and bright orange front, so you have nice contrast. You can get your sight alignment, sight picture quickly. These are glow in the dark, so if I'll turn the lights off, I'll see if it'll show up on camera. But yep, you can see it. So they are glow in the dark, pretty cool, great feature, and you can definitely see that very well at night. Other than that, there's really not that many differences between the Gen 4 and Gen 5. Like I said, this Gen 4 is a Glock 19, this is 17, so obviously there's going to be size differences. So just in case you were wondering, 17 is in the rear. You can see some of the size differences there. Glock 17 is obviously the full size 9mm, and the Glock 19 is the subcompact. But yeah, like I said, other than that, there's really not that many differences. So you have to really think about if all of these changes that I mentioned, like the bevel, the flared magazine well, the cutout, the no finger grooves, different trigger, the black slide, the match grade barrel, the ambidextrous slide stop, you know, you have to take into consideration if all those things that I just mentioned are worth upgrading from the Gen 4. You know, do you like the finger grooves, or, you know, does this even affect you if you're right-handed? Trigger, are you okay with the trigger? The slide doesn't look bad, but you know, like I said, I'd rather have the dark slide, the more black one. But it's just stuff to think about. You know, is it really worth it? In my opinion, if you have the Gen 4 already, I don't see any need to go rush out and buy the Gen 5. But if you're looking for a new Glock, then I would definitely recommend the Gen 5 over the Gen 4. If you don't already have a Gen 4 and you're looking to buy your first Glock, definitely go with the Gen 5. You won't be disappointed. Like I said, it feels great in the hand. It's very ergonomic, so I think you'll be happy if you go with the Gen 5. So with all that being said, just take all that into consideration when making your purchase, and I think that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. Please consider liking, commenting, and especially subscribing. It really helps me out. I have more videos at least once a week always coming out, so be sure to subscribe to always know when those come out so you'll be able to see them. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.